Hello, everyone, and welcome to the United Agenda, the Man United Agenda, should I say. So, guys, tonight, let's introduce all our guests. So, we've got Bob's on tonight. Hello, Bobs.
Yeah, man.
Big up. We got a Monday.
Hi, everybody.
Kuhunde.
Yeah. Hi, Ezekiel.
Mr. B.
Mr. B.
And H.
Big up, H.
Big up. 2-0. Who called it? Who called it? Who called it 2-0 yesterday on the previous show? Someone did. I know someone called 2-0.
I guarantee someone said 3-1.
I said 3. I said 2-1. I called 2-1.
I think it was Stretford Paddock called it.
He called it.
Not Stretford Paddock. Stretford
Post. Yeah. Get it right. Stretford Post. You're taking a leaf out of my
book. Stretford.
So, guys, tonight, how is everyone doing? How did we find the game tonight? How did we sort of feel about the game today? Boring? Okay.
Didn't get the heart racing.
No, okay. So let's start off today with the lineup. So yesterday we did the lineup. I was right about the goalkeeper. Let's go to Mr. B and start from Mr. B first. Mr. B, what do you think? Did De Gea really and truly had much to do today in the game?
Not really. I think it was a controlled 2-0. He didn't have much to do. I don't think he had much to do. We called the team. We did all right with the team, really. Yeah. I mean, I was very surprised about Pogba and McTominay starting. So yeah, it was kind of what we expected it to be. Pogba starting, nice as well. He got him playing centre of the park. But it was what it was.
Yeah. Bobs, welcome back. You're going to be featuring quite a lot with us going forward in the future. What did you think about the De Gea starting after all the controversy that's been surrounding him over the last few days at Man United?
Well, it's only right. He's our number one goalkeeper, really, if I think of it. Over the years, I think he deserves a bit of loyalty, surely. What he's done, he won 3 years in a row, player.
Four.
3 years in a row.
Oh yeah, 3 years. Sorry, apologies.
And 4 he's done in all. How many goalkeepers you don't know who does that? So, and he deserved it. So I actually think it's only right. Dean Henderson is a good keeper, but I think he's a number 2. I think we should keep David De Gea. That's my opinion. You know, but he's going to be more matured. He's gone through a bit of a bad form. But at the end of the day, we all know what he can capably do. You don't become a bad goalkeeper overnight. So I'm sure he'll be good. So why not? Why I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
Yeah, and let's go to on Monday. Performance-wise, again, what can you say about De Gea?
Yeah, performance played well today. Clean hands, good safe hands. I had a few shots at him, nothing threatening, but done his job. Didn't make any mistakes. Just done what he's supposed to do. I'm a bit surprised what Bubs was just saying, because I think from what I've noticed that in the League Cup, FA Cup, in the Europa League especially, it's always a number 2 keeper, especially when that plays. So him playing today was a big statement for me to say that he's not playing in the Prem, and it's Dean Henderson's number 1 and De Gea is number 2, and maybe this is edging him out, because we had a show the other day about this, didn't we? About transfer dealing and everything else. I think it's a really good talking point. And since then, what we've seen is Henderson playing in the Prem, and today we saw our second keeper, De Gea, playing in the thing. Whether we think he's second or not, it's what the manager thinks, and that's what he selected him today. So that speaks volumes to me. But otherwise, he played well.
I'm going to retract you on that, though, because when Jose Mourinho was in, Jose Mourinho played to start with, and up until about the quarterfinal, he played a number 2 keeper, and then he played De Gea for the rest of the games.
Can I start up on that quickly?
Go on, you can before I move to Kuhunde, yeah.
Yeah, so, but we're playing Granada. I don't think it's a major threat.
But you got to remember, though, he hasn't. But you got to remember, he hasn't played many games, so this could be to go in to get a bit match sharp to play on Saturday.
Well, we'll see what happens on Sunday then. Yeah, good shout.
I just say something just before I forget? Is David De Gea just had a kid, so Mata's mum died, so maybe they were laid off to have a bit of time to be with his loved one. So it might not have been because he's not number 1 or number 2. I think he might just have time out.
So how do you explain what happened in Brighton the weekend?
Well, Brighton, it shouldn't really matter if you got 1 or 2, should it? It should be. You shouldn't really concede against Brighton as Man United at Old Trafford.
My point being, in the Premiership, you play number 1 keeper. That's by pattern. I'm just judging by the pattern what's happened over the last few years.
Not really, it's because David De Gea had a kid and Dean Henderson's been playing for the last 7 games.
Yeah, but he had a kid, but he's been back for weeks. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry.
Yeah, so let's go to Kohunde, Mr. Positivity. Let's do this, Kohunde. What's your thought today of the performance of David De Gea? I'm going to put my light on in the background while you're answering it. I can hear you.
Again, he didn't have a lot to do. There was one occasion where he had to push a shot onto the post. I think he had it covered, But I agree with Monday. I'm looking into it as in, well, usually the number 1 keeper starts in the Premiership and the second-rate keeper starts in the cup games like the Europa League and the League Cup. So I'm not like going to be buzzing, oh yeah, De Gea's back or whatever. I want to see what happens on Sunday for Tottenham, who's going to start. That's what I'm looking at, because I'm thinking, is Ollie changing it round? Is he reversing the order? Henderson's usually the number 1 for the Europa. Is he trying to put out a statement now? So that's the way I'm looking at it. I do remember Mourinho's year in the Europa League. I think he stuck with Romero the whole way through up until the final.
He did.
He did. I'm like with Monday, I'm just judging it by what Ollie's done and what United have done in the last 5 years with the keepers about giving them game time, and it's usually the second-rate keeper that has the time in the cups, and the first choice is in the Premiership and the usually Champions League if we're in it.
Yeah. So now let's go to H. I've got a comment from someone, so that's why I'm laughing. It's going to be something, On Monday we'll understand, so will H, because they're on the Facebook group. So go on, H.
Personally, for me, I think De Gea needed a game. Obviously, it's been a while since he's been out, a bit like what Bob's was saying there. We had that conversation in the preview show. That's always going to have an effect. I think he done well. I think Ollie's playing a bit of mind games with Mourinho. Personally, I think he will play De Gea on Sunday. Just because De Gea is our number 1. I think we have to respect that. Regardless, he is our number 1. I think the transition into Henderson is going to happen, but I don't think this is the season where it's going to happen. So, but for me, De Gea done everything he should be doing as a keeper. What he gets paid $300,000 a bloody week to do. So
7.5.
Well done, man. Give me $300,000 a week. I'll save them.
Yeah, so guys, let's start off then. Bobs, what's your rating for De Gea today performance? Let's go around the room and get a rating for him out of 10. What would you give him?
I didn't really see much ratings to it, if I'll be honest. He didn't really have much to do, but if you got a rating because he kept a clean sheet, then you'd probably say 7, wouldn't you? I wouldn't say any more.
Definitely. But you'd see what some of these guys rate players who didn't even have a good game, but because there might be some agendas, they'll give it differently.
It depends which people you're talking to, isn't it? Like there's a guy earlier who's slagging off Harry Maguire, and I can't see why. Yeah, everyone's got different opinions. It's crazy.
We all do.
Like Mr. B don't rate matter, but we all got opinions, haven't we? He's got no legs, but he's got a brain. That's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah, Mr. Let's go to on Monday. On Monday, what do you rate him?
Hopefully, De Gea is on a whole tour in Spain. Hopefully the game is shown live in Spain, so Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid will be looking on at him and hopefully sign him for like 60 million at the end of the season. Take him off the wage. I'll give him a 6.
6. Let's go Kohunde.
I'll give him a 6 because that just is average. It's like you don't have anything to do. You didn't do anything wrong. So that's
And Mr. B?
6.5.
H?
We gotta be different.
You're putting the house in there. We've got whole numbers now. Why are we doing this? All right, 6.75. We're getting technical. No. To be honest with you, I'll round down. I'll think a 6 is a fair.
Yeah,
So
6.
it didn't have much to
Six.
do.
I'll give
About you, Solar?
I'll give him a 6. He had literally, apart from the one on the post and a couple of long distance shots, it didn't really trouble him, did it? There was no really cross that came in that was that threatening as well in the box, where they normally target him when there's crosses. So
there was that first kick out that he had at the beginning of the game, and I was like,
that was rusty though.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. No. He hasn't played for, I think, 2 or 3 games, so I'm not going to even go into it. So let's start off with the 2. Let's get rid of these 2 comments because Wayne's bugging me. So this is Wayne Brown, a guy on Facebook. Hello, Wayne Brown on Facebook. Yeah.
Wayne Brown supports Newcastle.
Yeah, he does.
And he hates Man United.
Exactly.
Okay, here we go. Wayne Brown. Hi, Wayne. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. What we expected it to be, that's another penalty. How embarrassing.
Next comment.
Wayne Brown, 3 to 4 players lost next week. Man United struggled for 90 minutes with only 1 shot on target. What better way to ease the pressure than to give a soft fake penalty to get a second away goal from Bruno dive? Terrible from the officials, and United carried yet again.
So with
No
quickly,
comment.
he said how many? No comment. You know, he said only 1 shot. We had 3 shots on goal target. We had 11
Exactly.
shots.
There's no comment.
Newcastle. When Newcastle play, sorry, Newcastle fans out there, you just about. I think your average works out to be 0.23 shots per game. You have.
Wow.
That's how bad they are. Yes, that's
Right.
Newcastle. That's
Thanks for
Newcastle.
coming, Wayne. Thanks for coming. We appreciate you.
So let's go now and talk about.
It might have went up against the Tottenham game.
Let's talk about the wingers. We're gonna. I'll put that up there. The reason why I've put that up there, we normally talk about the left back and the right back together. So let's start about Wan-Bissaka. I thought today he was solid. Solid performance. Did what he says on the tin. Can't complain at all for him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the scoring of giving him a 6 out of 10 because again, mate, I don't even. They did trouble us in the last 20 minutes, but I didn't really see too much into it. So let's start off with Kounde.
Wan-Bissaka, I'll give him a 6. So again, solid performance. Didn't have to do a lot. Wasn't troubled. Luke Shaw, I'll give him a 6. And obviously, Ollie took him off because I think he got the yellow card.
So the reason, what I'm going to say, the reason I put him up here is because he's going to miss the next game. Anyone I put up here, they will be missing the next game.
Okay, right, yeah. So I've done the fullbacks together. I'll give them both a 6.
Yeah. Okay, let's go off to Bob's now. Let's talk to him.
Well, to be honest, Luke Shaw's missing the next game. What is the leg against Granada at home? Let's be honest. Should we really be missing it? Isn't it a good thing? He's got his yellow card out the way, and he's missing a game against Granada where we're 2-0 up.
Yeah.
And surely anyone who can fit into the left back position should be able to do a job against Granada. I'm that type of guy. I don't know who Granada is. So I just look.
Sounds like a fruit, doesn't it?
Don't say that. You know what, Bobs? Don't say that because we got a guy who works behind the scene and does a bit of editing for us. And the last time when Mr. B did it, he did a little video clip of like a history tour. Yeah, little meme. Yeah, a meme about it. It was hilarious. So sorry, carry on.
So I think having Luke Shaw out of this game is better than having him out of the semi-final if we make it. So we should be fine without him. And if you're asking about his ratings today, Luke Shaw is always pushing to a 7, isn't he? 7 to 8. Yeah. Today I'd say 6.5. He didn't really influence the game as much today. He's just done the job in the back four. What we didn't concede, so that was all good. So yeah, 6.5 for me today.
Okay, and let's go to Mr. B.
Oh, we're allowed to give halves now because we're talking about Luke Shaw.
No, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, Bobsy. We didn't speak about Wan-Bissaka as well. They're together. They come together.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, sorry, we did them together.
Okay. Well, again, he done what he does. Defender. I saw him pull out some good tackles. I think in the second half. I think it was. He's just steady, isn't he? Steady Eddie, isn't he? He does his job, innit? He just good right back in that position. I wouldn't class him great going forward, but he definitely holds his own defending, and that's what his job is. So he's got to defend first and then learn to attack. And so, yeah, he was good in my eyes. 6.
So 6. Okay, let's go to H.
For me,
Both together. Yeah.
I think for both together, I'm going to start off with Luke Shaw. Good game, consistent. Didn't really have to deal with much, just the usual kind of high press when it happened. Got in, made the right tackles, covered Harry really well. He had a really good game, so I'll give him about a 7 if I'm honest, because it was just Luke Shaw being Mr. Consistent. But one thing I will say about Luke Shaw is Ollie's an idiot in this situation. Could have given Tellers 90 minutes, could have saved Luke Shaw and taken him out of the equation, because Tellers needs 90 minutes. Say, for example, Sunday something happens, you got Tellers who's just had the 90 minutes run out, ready to go, just in case something happens, because he's going to play Shaw, but he's given him 45 minutes. Could have rested him and that had a lot more energy. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, again, to be fair, I think Aaron's like closer to an 8 for me this game. And the reason why I say that Kennedy was rapid. He was so quick, man. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka kept up with him, blocked him off, cut off a lot of passing lines. And one thing off the ball that Aaron was doing when he was further up the pitch, he'll continue his run and he'll stay up on that edge of the box area, on that wing area to make himself available, which we haven't seen him do. I think end to end, this was a good game for Aaron, because he wouldn't come back. He knew that he could handle it. So for me, again, I think Aaron's more closer to an 8 in this match. Personally, I think he was our best player.
Sorry, H. I know.
I was going to you next, Kohune. I'm going to you next, Kohune. You're next. No, go on, Kohune. It's you. You're up.
No. I was just saying, like, in his, he's talking about this guy Kennedy, but he's not on the level of like Sterling. To me, Wan-Bissaka, this is just a standard game. You know what I mean? That guy couldn't trouble him. If Sterling can't trouble him, Kennedy's not on Sterling's level at all. You get me? So, he was just a standard game for Wan-Bissaka. He wasn't challenged.
Of course, he had him in his pocket.
I can't give him 8. It's not challenging enough.
Go on, it's you. It's for you to and Luke Shaw now. Kohune.
I've done mine. You've
done it. Apologies. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go to on Monday. Let's go on Monday.
Right, Luke Shaw come off halftime. Gave him a 6. I'm not going to keep this really short. There's no point waffling about this game. Gave him a 6. Done his job. Performed pretty well. Wan-Bissaka, I agree with Shah. I wouldn't give him an 8 though. And I wouldn't say I agree. I don't think JFK, what do you call it, Kennedy was all that. A good player and everything, but not rapid. The other guy, I know one thing I know is Luke Shaw. The guy put the gas on Luke Shaw, and Luke Shaw had to really put it in. I don't know if you remember that number 10 for Granada, and when Salgado nearly shot against the side netting. The guy put the gas on. Luke Shaw had to. Wasn't ready for that. But yeah, both Luke Shaw 6, and hopefully it'll be all right for Spurs. And I know he got a yellow card, but I just wanted to play against Spurs. And Wan-Bissaka, I'll give him a 7, because I think Wan-Bissaka is. I can't speak enough highly about him. Same with Harry Maguire. These are players underrated. We just expect it all the time.
Defenders.
Don't.
I knew you were going to bring Harry Maguire.
I think Harry and Wan-Bissaka need to be uplifted. If we're bigging up Bruno and all these other guys, these guys need to be spoken in the same breath. They should be challenging for Player of the Year, in my opinion.
And that's why I'm giving him an 8 on Monday, because you know what? The guy's consistent. He's been just as consistent as Luke Shaw in certain aspects, and he's also developed his game this year compared to last year for me.
I agree.
In this game, he showed all aspects of his game. For me, that's why that's an 8.
So what you were saying, he was pushing up. I think he always does that, gets himself in position, like thing. But it's like using him. We've got to start using him more. So he's always open. He's always in position. He always hugs the touchline. He's always in the right position when we're attacking with the ball. But it's just that we don't use him. Like we were arguing in the group text prior to this, we're not using the play to bring these guys in and start getting more to play. He had a couple crosses. which were better than James. I think
That's not hard.
Yeah, but there you go. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I said I was going to keep it short. Sorry, guys. Let's move on to better player.
Okay, so let's
Daniel
go now.
James
Oh,
is
sorry,
shocking.
Mr. B.
Mr.
Did
B,
I go to you, Mr. B?
6 and 6. I don't think they had much to do, either of them. And what they did competently. I mean, there's nothing to expand on, really. I don't think anything else that needs to be said, you guys have already said, but I don't think they weren't trouble. I don't think they were trouble today. And I definitely agree with that Sterling comment. If it's all well and good, we got fast man in our team. We laugh at the world's flash. You know, they've got my guy there. What did he do really? Run in a straight line, couple times he cut in, but he didn't do much. So Wan-Bissaka, it was never going to be an issue for Wan-Bissaka today. So yeah, 6.
Isn't that the same dude who was at Chelsea, isn't it?
He's still at
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
still at Chelsea.
He's been loaned
now
out
I
his
know
whole
why
career.
He's
now I
loaned
know
He's
out.
why
never settled
Chelsea-
at any club. He's been loaned out his whole career.
Now I know why Chelsea keep loaning him out.
So, guys, we're gonna. If you're watching this, please comment, please like, please share, please subscribe. We are the United Agenda, and we are associated with FTB Sports as well, guys. So, if you are watching on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, give us a like and a subscribe, please. So, let's go. Twitter, sorry. Let's go Twitter as well. Yeah, we're on Twitter as well. So, guys, let's go and we're going to talk about the two centre-backs. And then after the two centre-backs, we're then going to answer the comments.
On
But we
Monday
need
time.
to keep...
Can I go first?
We need to keep the two centre-backs quite short, though, guys,
Yeah,
because
keep
we're
it
running
short.
out of time. So-
Lindelof, I'll give a 6. So,
Yep.
is that right?
Go
Yeah,
on,
Lindelof 6. Play really well, consistent. Maguire, give a 7. As always, top done.
How do you work
I'm
that
gonna.
out?
Well,
I know.
just
I'm not having
please,
that.
please
No,
let me
I'm
go
not having
next.
that. I'm not having
Please
that.
let me go next.
I'm
Go on,
gonna
you-
ask you.
Go on. Go
On Monday.
next, Mr. B.
Who got the assist for Rashford's goal?
Thank you. I'm about to say it.
Who?
You got me there. You twist me up there.
Oh,
Lindelof
right.
for the pass.
I'm just
Sorry.
saying, innit? I'm just saying. Go on.
I said on my notes, I've got assist for Lindelof.
Yeah.
But that, to me, it was a straight ball. He wasn't
It
a
doesn't
diagonal
matter.
ball.
Doesn't
And
matter.
I blame. Hold on.
So it's
Reason-
like a long ball, what I say.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I blame their naivety. The other team, Granada, very naive to push up so high and do it like that and let team come inside and leave all that space in
They
behind.
probably thought
So that's why I
Rashford's
say
touch would never be that good.
listen, you eating cake and drinking milk in both hands. Play that game, okay? And as for Harry, I put strolling because he's strolling through the game.
I think you got copyright from Harry, you know. But listen, forget about all that,
Unbelievable.
right?
Anyway, let Mr. B do his thing.
Go on,
man.
Mr.
Come
B. Do your thing. Do
Our
your thing.
centre back,
You
our
just cut
centre
him
back
off.
got an assist and kept a clean sheet, but you gave Harry Maguire a better mark than Lindelof.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I just explains.
Yeah, but that's
You
not good enough.
talk nonsense.
I said you can have your chocolate cake and your glass of milk in one hand, in both hands, and still play that ball.
To be fair,
I'm sorry. Do you know what? I will reverse his scores. I'm going to give Maguire a 6, and I'm going to give Lindelof a 8.
Thank you.
Clean sheet and assist. He didn't make any errors, and you're saying he played a long ball. He had to see the run from Rash. He didn't just whack it in the air and get snow on it. He saw the run by Rashford.
Can I interrupt you? Can I interrupt you now? Can I interrupt you?
Was he being pressed?
Doesn't
Who was
matter.
he being pressed?
Doesn't
So
matter.
what?
It's
He
easy.
still
Ball.
saw the
He's the
pass.
best player.
We've got midfielders. We've got central midfielders who can't play that pass, bro.
Good shout.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah,
I was mentioning that earlier, and I got slagged off by
me.
Armando and a few others. And now Mr. B saying exactly the same thing I said. That to me was like a long ball, right?
Long pass.
Went well. Long ball, long pass, whatever. It's still a long ball, isn't it?
Yeah, but hold on a minute. Hold on, Bubs, please don't go there. You're the one that said Man United are like Wimbledon.
We used to laugh about Wimbledon doing them balls back in the days, isn't it?
We're not playing long ball style like Wimbledon.
How many goals have we scored by doing the same thing?
All right. Are we playing like Wimbledon though? That's the question. You're saying we're playing like Wimbledon because we scored 1 goal from a long
we're
pass.
not playing like Real Madrid or Barcelona, no.
Well, didn't Tony Cruz score 2 long passes
Because
yesterday?
Tony Cruz does that. He could do that every time.
Yeah, is that still a long pass? Doesn't mean they're
Lindelof
Wimbledon.
can't do that. Lindelof can do that out of 1 out of 10 chances.
So
He's probably
too.
tried it.
Can I go next? Can I go next?
It's naivety of Granada.
Okay.
Granada played a high line like Sociedad. That's why they had the spacing behind. You don't do that against Man U.
Okay, Bobs.
Bubs, you sitting there with your little hamster
Can you give
dog
me-
in one hand. And think you can still play that pass with your left foot.
Bruv, I can play that with my eyes closed.
There you go. So
Well,
let's
not
skip to 6. Let's skip to 6 and not 7.
But not everyone's got the ball to the
Sorry.
vision to do that.
Right, sorry.
So,
Anyway,
Bobs, can you do yours, please? Because your scores for them, please?
Now I lost what scores I scored.
Maguire, Lindelof.
Right, I'm gonna go Mr. B. It's common sense. Amondo's off his head. He loves Harry Maguire too much. Right, I'm gonna definitely give Lindelof 7 or 8. Let's say 8, because he set up a goal and he done a great pass. What he probably tried in training 10 times. And happened once. And yeah, now Lindelof Cruz. But yeah, I'll give him that. And Rashford's touch was amazing for the first time.
all right, we get on to Rashford. We get on to him.
Rashford, he's got no touch normally, and he just head down, run.
We're talking about Lindelof and the centre backs in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
you want
I'm giving airtime.
Let's go with this, man. Let's go with this.
guys?
I'm giving airtime. A bit of banter, man. It's what people are subscribing to. I don't want to hear this about Maguire.
Sorry.
Maguire, okay, yeah, I'll give Maguire 7 because he's a solid captain, leader, great captain, deserves to win a trophy being a captain. You know,
No room for sarcasm on here.
I'm being honest. I think he's great, man. I think he's world class. Like Kane's not world class. But anyway, remember
What
that.
do you score them? Yeah, what do you score them?
Well, I said 8 for Lindelof and 7 for Big Ears.
Okay.
Maguire.
Kahunde? Kahunde?
Yeah, sorry. Lindelof, I'm gonna give him 7.5. I think he was my MMM today because I think his positionally he was really good. He was always in the right position. He was calm, composed on the ball. Obviously, he got the assist, and you know I don't care what you say. Lindelof, he doesn't always try those long balls. He's a baller. He does short passes, but he saw that he could play the long pass, and he tried it, and it came off. And like I said, I referred to Tony Cruz, what he did against Liverpool, a long pass from midfield. Everyone's praised him like he's the baller, which he is. But you got to give credit for a defender to get a pass like that, assist, without a flick on from a set piece or whatever. You've got to praise that. So I'll give Lindelof a 7.5. Maguire, I'll give him a 6.5. I think, you know, he kind of does stroll through the game. It was an easy game for him, but the reason I'm not giving him 7 because he got an unnecessary yellow card. I don't know if you got that in your notes on Monday.
Yeah.
You know, where this unnecessary foul that he gave away. So I'm just going to give him a 6.5. But apart from that, he didn't have to do a lot. They didn't really put a foot wrong.
That's
And
funny, isn't it? 3
God.
people have saw Lindelof better than Harry Maguire today. Yeah.
It's not, well, there's not much in it, to be honest, because there wasn't a lot to do. They weren't under threat.
So
But
basically,
Lindelof stood out because of his, I think his assists, and he was just, when he was called upon, the times where he's supposed to make interceptions and stuff like that, even winning his headers today. He was
So
spot
take
on.
away the assist. Would you still say he was?
Yeah, take away the assist because I feel like on Lindelof's side there was danger where he was called upon. He was always in the right position to clear danger. And
Done his job. These guys are doing their job, man. Doing their job.
Yeah,
H,
because they
hit
get
up, H,
That
H,
De Gea.
hit us up. H, hit us up. You got about a minute.
He
to get
just
your
stood
point
out
across.
a bit more for me today.
7 out of 7 for both of them.
7 out of 7.
No, man, 7 and a 7. Sorry for 7 for Lindelof and 7 for Maguire. Right, I'm going level ground because even Harry Maguire had the hardest shot that I think I've seen a United player hit for about 3 weeks, man. And that, I know it was off target, but bloody hell, it was like he had
It's
a
the way
little
he dropped
run.
his shoulder,
and
innit? He
a
just
shimmy.
Yeah.
shimmied.
He had a little shimmy.
Say that.
He might be a bit of
Yeah,
Rio Ferdinand there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought his hip went at first, but then he lifted back up again. You know that big head?
Behave.
You've been carrying it for too long. Dang.
Oh god. So for me, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna give Maguire 6. Give Maguire 6. I think Lindelof was outstanding today. I thought he held his position really well. When danger, as what Kuhne said, came at him, he basically dealt with it, and he made it look very easy as well. He made it look very easy. So I'm going to give him 7. He's my man in the match. To be fair, he's my man in the match. So let's go now, and we're going to do a quick fire. We're going to do. Let's start with the midfield then. Let's start with H. H. What did you think of the partnership today? Did it work for you or not really?
It didn't work to a certain degree. One of the reasons why I'm saying it is because there was like McTominay, Pogba, they're all too far away from each other at times. Pogba and McTominay, they're a little bit too far away. It wasn't that little close knit where you could just get the bum passes through. The amount of times that you see Bruno standing in that pocket and it's going a bit too wide as opposed to being played through the channels, or that those passes just weren't being found. And I think that's something for Scott to learn, because obviously Scott and Pogba haven't really played a lot together, whereas Bruno and Pogba have got a bit of chemistry. Don't get me wrong, training's training, innit? But when you're on a pitch, it's a different environment, especially with a low block like Granada were playing against. You've got to be thinking a bit differently. So I think that's something that Scott's got to put more to his game. But I think defensively they cope well. They played well together as what they were meant to do. You know, like the 2 CDMs and Bruno in front.
Okay, so you giving them what? You giving them both?
I'll give both of them a 6.
6. Okay, and let's go to on Monday, please.
6 and 6. Sure, I don't understand what you're saying there about wide apart or all kind of thing, or low block. They were playing a high line. That's why the ball went over the top for this magnificent assist by Lindelof.
But I'm talking in the attacking part. Yeah, but I'm talking about in the attacking piece, like the build-up play. So when they're playing out, you're trying to go around the wings, obviously, but you haven't got Cavani in the middle.
Philosophy. There's no philosophy there to thing. So I don't know. I'll give Tomley, I thought he played decent today, give him a 6. Pogba, I thought he played decent today, I'll give him a 6. Move on.
Bob, go on your turn.
That is really shocking results, isn't it? When you think of it, the margins what we're giving our players against Granada, right, should be 8 to 9, because they should be performing and smashing it. Obviously, they're not smashing it, so we're saying 6. 6 ain't good. That's average. So, and I'm looking at the same thing. The 2 centre midfielders what we had. My son and me could do a job in midfield. I ain't got a 7. And bear in mind, he's only 11. So it don't even make sense. Pogba's getting 300 grand, and shit McTominay, whatever his name is getting probably 170 grand. And he's playing against Granada, who I can't get in my head. It's Granada. This is like Tenerife. Teams like this.
Yeah, but you got to remember that this team, they are an adaptive team, and they are very.
Do you know as well? You guys will know it. This whole team is worth 8 million euros, and
Exactly.
4 million of that euros is on one player.
Well, you answered the question.
What's that got to do with this?
But the point I'm trying to say is,
they're in the quarterfinal of a cup.
yes,
They come 8th in the Spanish Liga. They can play
yeah, but
ball.
we're not talking about that, Zach. The point I'm trying to say to you is, but that's like Burnley could one year end up 9th.
What's your point? What's your point then?
The point I'm trying to say to you is, we should be giving these team licks, and all these men should be getting high marks.
What's your point as in you scoring for the guys?
The
Because he's saying
scoring
we're
is-
Man
is-
United and we should be given high level.
every player tonight is going to be 6.5, isn't they? Really, or 7.
All
There's
right.
no higher rating.
What are you scoring for Pogba, McTom?
Well, what do they do? What rating?
What are you
should I give
scoring
them?
for Pogba, McTom? Let's
I
keep it
just telling
short,
them
man.
6.
Hey,
I'm
question
giving them
time.
both 6.
6. All right, cool.
Okay.
There's no more to
Kuhn-
give. I can't give them my blood.
6 out of 6.
Kuhn, go on here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give them both a 6 because I have said on previous shows that I don't think Pogba and McTominay play well together, and particularly because I think.
Why?
Listen,
Why?
I'm just saying.
Wait. Can I interrupt that a second, Kuhn? Can I interrupt you a second?
Right.
On yesterday, Stratford Post and H, we all said the same thing yesterday. So it can't be just only us.
I wish I was
saying
on the
it.
show.
We were saying the
I wish
same
I
thing
was
yesterday. They
on the
can't
show.
play together. Pogba and Scott cannot play together. They
Why?
can't.
Why?
No,
What?
listen.
Don't
All
understand
right, let me
French.
finish. Let me finish.
Let
Can I
Conde
finish?
finish. Let Conde finish. Let Conde
Go on,
finish.
go
All right,
on.
Listen to Hills. It's a
Right.
myth.
Right.
Load of bollocks.
I've said it because every time I individually, as the two individuals, that would be my favorite two midfield partnership. I'm saying when I've seen them play together, I don't really think they've gelled because I think personally it's because I don't think Scott McTominay is a natural CDM. So I think sometimes he has trouble sitting and he does like to go box to box sometimes. But I'm not saying that's what the reason is. It's
So
just
what's his position then?
I would like to see them play together more. But I'm saying I don't think they've really developed a good relationship so far. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to give them both a 6. They didn't really do a lot to me. From what I've seen, Pogba and Fred play better together. But
That's true.
not to
He's
say
probably
I'm
right.
not saying that I want Fred to
probably
play.
right.
I'm just saying that's what I've seen. The relationship.
But-
It's like I
Mr.
say with
B.
Maguire and Lindelof.
Hold it,
So both
Mr.
a
B.
6.
Hold it. He didn't play.
Both a
He's not
6.
even getting another
I'm
mention.
that's my eye test. That's my eye test.
Errol.
So
Solo.
what position?
Yeah,
hold
hold
on,
on.
one minute.
Solo.
What position
Solo.
do you think
Solo.
Scott plays?
Solo.
Yeah, go
If
on.
he's not
Yeah,
CDM, what position?
One
does he
voice at a
play?
time, guys.
One at a time.
Solo.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, right? I'm gonna make some notes now. All these points that they're coming up with, I want we have a long
We will,
debate
of course.
about this because there's so much I want to say about this.
That's right. We got it.
Maguire, they're not suited. This myth
We
or
can.
Harry,
We
Tom and
can.
Pogba can't play together. No backup.
I didn't
no,
say they can't play together. I'm saying they haven't gelled as well as I think they can. That's all.
Maybe
Mr.
because
B,
they don't
from what
play
I've seen.
much
oh my
together.
God.
Mr.
Maybe
B.
they don't play much together. That's probably why.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I would like to see them play together more, but from what I've seen so far, it hasn't looked good.
But then hold on, can I ask you a question? You said Scott's not a CDM, so where are you telling me he's a number 10?
No,
What
I didn't
position
say
you
he was a
say?
number
He's a
10.
squad player.
I think
He's a squad
he's
player.
more of
At
a
most.
box-to-box player, but I'm saying
Box to
is
box.
naturally,
He's
I
not
don't think he's
Scholes.
CDM. I
What?
think he is.
Let's go
I think
goal.
he
He
is.
scored 7 goals.
I think he's more of a box-to-box. It's like he likes to go forward. Look what he did against Leeds. I think he can play that box-to-box. I think he's got more license to get forward a bit more. I don't think he's a
confused.
natural CDM. I just think
I
he's
give up on
been
football.
molded into that role. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Let's go to. Sorry, guys. I'm going to cut it here because we've got 3 more players and we're going to talk about all these 3 players together. But I need Mr. B to get his point across.
6 and 6. What I will say, I don't think Pogba respects McTominay's ability. Normally when our CDMs play, they play close so that they're able to play that pass. If you look today, McTominay and Pogba played really, really far apart, but Pogba played closer to Fernandes.
Well,
No, he played
100%.
closer to Fernandes. So the passing range we had was always from the same side. Now, if they had separated, then maybe the long pass could have gone to Pogba with Fernandes found another pass. So I just think that the distance between, maybe because, Scott is a box to box, he didn't understand the position, but I would always play him over Fred.
okay.
Fair enough.
So fair enough.
I agree with you, Mr. B. Great argument, man. Need to play him more often. Definitely.
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
I want to see
guys.
them play together more as well. I want to see them
Guys,
play
let's
more
shake-
together. I want to see
Guys,
them together more.
what I'm going to do, we're going to read out these last comments, and then we're going to do Greenwood, Rashford, and Bruno all together, and then we're going to wrap up. Yeah.
Be really quick.
Yeah, go on.
Wayne Brown, Newcastle have not spent 1.5 mil like Man U have. Just stating the truth, guys. Peace out. Thanks, Wayne. Big
Your
up.
club's small.
Sanani says H speaks facts. We have to respect the man's long service for us as a number one choice. Talking about De Gea.
Yeah, 100% right.
A bit longer, in my opinion.
100% right with that.
Appreciate you, H.
Sure.
Lindelof, man of the match, brilliant today, according to Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Sanani again says, do you think Ollie can get the team playing football? Because at the moment we look like we're a championship team with the ball.
I've always said that, so I'm not even going to get into that. But thanks for the comment, and that's the truth. That's the truth there. That is the truth. So, guys, we're going to literally give each other about a minute and a half to go around the table before we wrap up then. Greenwood, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and then we're going to little bit about Cavani. He went on like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So today, exactly. So for me, I'll start off first. Greenwood today, eye test, he gave the ball away quite a lot today. Eye test. It's again, it almost like remind me of when we watched Daniel James play and he literally running into people. He's trying little things. I'm not going to discredit him, but I just think today he had an off game. Hopefully against Tottenham, he'll have a better game.
Score.
I'm going to give him a 5. It's really sorry to say that. Yep.
Jesus.
5. Rashford for the control of the goal. I thought when he came off the pitch, basically Granada came at us the minute he came off the pitch. For that, I'm going to give him about a 6. Cavani, I'm going to give him a 5. Can't remember what he's done in the game, to be honest with you. Bruno Fernandes, apart from scoring the penalty, he did try to look for pockets and everything, but again, there weren't nothing there for him. So again, apart from the penalty, I'm going to give him a 6.
What about James?
What about
Daniel James, the
Yeah.
Welsh Flash. I'm going to give him a 5. That's what I'm going to give him.
Well
I'm not even going to say nothing
I
about
think
him.
we're better off with 10 men.
Yeah.
So Kahunde, let's start off with you. We've got to wrap it up quickly,
Right,
guys.
I'm just going to agree with you. All the ratings that you said, I'm going to give everyone a 6, and Dan James, I'm going to give him a 5 because he was completely wasteful. Like his crossing was abysmal. Even like when he's going down the wing, judge that left foot cross. Cavani's waiting for it. He's like, way over. You know. Greenwood, I'll give him a 6 because it's like I think when he's playing central striker, he does struggle sometimes. You know, I think he's better off still on the right, where he could get a bit more space to beat a man. And you know, when he's in that centre, it's a bit too congested for him sometimes. Sometimes he gets chopped, too much, and you know, doesn't get enough space. He needs that space so he could just go either side. You know, Rashford, I don't think he played particularly well, apart from his goal where it was good touch, bring it down. He looks like he needs a rest. I think there's something wrong with him. He's injured. They're drugging him up or something. Or he's putting too much on him to play. And I was glad to see him go off. And Bruno, scored the penalty. He wasn't a convincing penalty. So I'll give him a 6. And Cavani didn't have enough time to do anything.
And Mr. B?
I agree with all of the scores. Rashford, I would give Rashford a 7. I'm not sure what is going on at the club. I can't believe. I mean, it's blatantly obvious. Look at the way he's walking. You know, he didn't do much running today. If you're not fit, you're not fit. If he's telling the manager he's fit to play, then fine. But Ollie's then an idiot because you're looking at him and he doesn't look fit. He look, you know, he's hobbling, he's limping. But if we didn't have him today, we wouldn't have scored the first goal because there was nobody else to run him behind. All right, sorry. We've got Daniel James to run him behind, but he doesn't know when to run. You know, that's the difference, you know. So without him on the pitch today, what would we have done? What would we have done? You know, so yeah, I'll give them all 6s and give Rashford a 7. Give Rashford a 7. Oh,
H?
and Cavani a 4.
Oh, Cavani, sorry, yeah.
And give Cavani a 4.
Okay, and H?
I'll agree with Mr. B about Rashford. Obviously, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have had that goal. Personally, Greenwood for me is a 5, and the reason why I'm giving him a 5 is that there wasn't really much that he'd done throughout the whole match. For me personally, wasn't enough, and we need more. If you're gonna be starting in United, you need to bring more to the table than that. If I'm honest, Daniel James again a 5, same thing, same scenario, and Bruno, I'd say I'll give him a 6 because he was always looking for a ball. He was always in the right places. Just hasn't got the team around him to give him the ball and do what he needs to do. Personally,
Cavani?
did he play? Was he there? What? Hold on. Let me rewind. Let me rewind this.
He should get a 5 for wetting his hair.
Mate.
Sure, man.
I reckon about a 3, to be honest with you. I'm getting annoyed just seeing the guy coming on.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a waste of time, man.
Oh
Just
my
let him go.
gosh.
Okay, let's go to on Monday. On Monday, let's wrap it up, and then we need to go to Bob's for the last
So we're talking
one.
about Bruno. Again, Bruno 6.
Yeah.
Usual Bruno game, plays really well, looks world class on the ball. Greenwood, I've written down here, too predictable. Teams know what he's going to do. So this is what I'm saying. When he's running to guys, they know he's going to do the step over and go on the left-hand side. Try going on the right-hand side. You can shoot it just as well as with your right. Do something different. Add to your game because he's getting eaten up. He ain't got the rapid pace like Rashford, and he needs to add something extra to his game for next season. James, poor delivery, poor passing, and when you say people on the same page, he has no page. You know, there's no page for him. It's a blank page. There's nothing there. So just send him off. You know. And who else called Rashford?
You called him Trashford last week.
Yeah, and I'm still calling him Trashford. Sorry, scores. Bruno 6. Greenwood, I give him a 6. I thought Greenwood's build-up play was good. First time pass back to the guy, playing the way he's facing, doing the right things. Rashford he's always choosing to shoot instead of crossing sometimes, you know. That's what I'm saying. He's an inside forward, not an inverted winger. You know, there's a difference between the two. I preferred us to have
goal bonuses on Monday. Goal bonuses. Man, the guy's going to get probably about a 50 grand goal bonus, bag of goal. There you go.
You probably give it to the local school or something, man. But so I'm saying, I think if you're playing that position, like I really want to attack you guys about this midfield thing you're talking about.
We'll do that on another show.
Yeah, all right.
Monday.
Carry on all night.
Yeah, on Monday. Yeah, so don't remind me though, please, because I'm not going to forget.
We'll do.
So I think we need to play in more inverted wingers. Don't think you're inside forward where you've got to shoot all the time. Provide more. There's a time when Greenwood was in the box.
That's true.
Give him something to go on to. You tried to shoot instead. You're not going to score from there. Come on, bruv. And yeah, he took the goal really well. You know, and we see this quite often. I want to see that more consistency from him. Rashford, I'll give you a 6. Cavani came on, I'll give him a 6. Doing the right things, as we always say. Don't know why you guys are trashing him out here and throw him in the bin. He does the right things. He looks good. Donny came on, looked good as well. Have I missed anyone? James, I gave him James, the score for James is probably 4. Because he's not good enough. I would rather see Ahmad play today. Or next week play Ahmad. We're 2-0 up away from goal from home. Sorry. I want to see Ahmad play.
There's too many.
Quickly, Bob said Mata should come on during the game, and I agree with him. Apparently he's signing a new contract. Might not have the legs, but in this sort of game with Mata as well coming on, they can have his pace and everything else. So put him on, we'll be able to create a lot more. That's me. Okay,
Bubs, the last bit for you now. This is you.
Okay, right. I love this game. I love this game. No, Daniel James, bloody hell, where do I start? We've all seen the film Forrest Gump, haven't we? It's like he needs a sign to say where to run, where to go, what to do. He has no football brain. How the hell is he a footballer? He should be a sprinter.
Yeah.
He is terrible. His decision-making, crossing, strength, he doesn't have any attributes to say why he's a professional footballer. Never about being at Man United. Right. Greenwood.
Score for Daniel James.
Daniel James I'm talking about, yeah.
Yeah, what score?
Well, I just dissed him that much. Don't that give you a score? 4. Give him
Thank
4,
you.
innit?
Thank
In the
you.
bin, garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. Bin him. He gets the same score every week. Nothing changed. Things don't change for him. But Greenwood, I thought he held up the ball. He wants to bring players in. He knows what he wants to do. And I thought he done that quite well, to be honest. He looks up, he picks a pass. Again, he didn't do anything exciting like the rest of the players. No one done nothing great. So I give him a 6. Rashford, he just head down, a bit like Daniel James, to be honest.
Yeah.
Head down, I run into players. It's a game of rugby here. But one thing I will say, he took his goal well. He took the touch well and scored his goal. So I can't diss him too much. So I'll give him a 7 because he scored. And it was a very vital goal at that time. It's the first goal.
Against Granada.
Yeah, well, he's got to score against someone, isn't it? And who's the other? Who we talking about? Bruno Fernandes?
Bruno.
Well, we know he's not going to miss from a penalty because he scored about 30 penalties this season. So he's
21 in 21 games for Man United.
Well, there you go. So I wasn't far off, was I? So he's obviously a good penalty taker. So I knew he should have missed it though. To be honest, the keeper should have saved
keeper
it.
did well.
He done well. He should have saved it, and that would have done well. But that was a terrible miss. Really, he should have saved it. And who's the other guy now? Who else are we talking about?
Cavani.
Cavani. Why are we talking about him? Did he come on?
Yeah, he was on.
All right, yeah, he might have held up the ball well. What I can remember, I remember him watering his hair very well. He done that very well. That's about it. Cavani, I think he's a good player, but he needs service. He needs to have players like wingers. You know where Cavani would have been amazing? People like Kanchelskis on the wing, Ryan Giggs on the wing, crossing that ball, David Beckham crossing that ball in. Cavani don't have that. He's got 2 wingers, apart from Luke Shaw. He's got AWB or James can't cross the ball in. They can't cross it. Or Greenwood ain't the best for crossing either. Rashford's not best for crossing. So where is he supposed to create his chances to get his headers in? It don't work. He lives on service. He lives on service.
He's had more headers defending out of our box than he has in the fucking opposition's half.
Well, that's why they bring him on, isn't it? To help out our defence. And it makes you laugh to think, well, how's he supposed to get goals if there's no one creating anything?
I thought he looked dangerous. I thought he looked dangerous when he came on.
Agreed.
Really, watching him, I thought he looked like he's dangerous.
You and your brother are always agreeing on each other right now. Man.
Normally they don't.
This is
My brother's only out.
No, you and Zeke are always brother love right now, man. Seriously, man.
Yeah. I tell you,
he doesn't agree with me about the midfield. What I said earlier about McTominay and Pogba.
You two have been agreeing on each other today.
Guys, we're going to wrap up.
I'm only going by today.
All the time.
So who else have I got to mention?
You just got, that's it, Cavani. That's it.
So really, if you look at the overall, every player we've given, the highest rate was 7.
Yeah.
So doesn't that tell you about Man United?
Well, I know
the results are the most important thing.
Ups, on the real, yeah, I'll give you a 9 out of 10 for your performance tonight on tonight's show. So you're our man of the match, okay?
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
All right, can I just say one thing? One thing. I'm really looking forward to Tuanzebe starting next week because Maguire's suspended and Bailly's still out with this COVID thing. And Tuanzebe is someone that needs games. He needs game time. Desperately. And obviously Tellez is going to start. Tuanzebe should start. And hopefully Van de Beek should start. I'm looking forward to next week.
I'm going to throw something at you now after you said that. He'll probably end up playing Matic there instead, you know. This is Ollie we're talking about. Ollie got them cards up his sleeve. Look at that sleeve, you know. Ollie's got them cards.
as well.
He'll be like, I ain't played Fred for a few games.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay, guys. So I'm going to wrap up by giving some of the stats quickly. It's only going to take me a few seconds, and we're going to wrap up, guys. If you're watching, please like, please share, please subscribe. This is a United Agenda, part of FTB, so you can subscribe to United Agenda and also FTB Sports. So possession today, they had 32 to our 67. Jules won. Their duels won. They won 55% of the duel today. Aerial, we won 57 shots. Yeah. 2 shots. Basically, 2 shots. Off target. They had. We had 5 off target. Corners. They had 11. We had 5. Shots on target. 3 and 3. And we played against Granada. But we'll take the result. We'll take the result.
It gives the results of what we're saying as individually players, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Just one more thing. One more thing.
Answer the question.
Yeah, one more thing. Now this game's over and we're gonna qualify. I'm really looking forward to Spurs, and on this channel, on this platform as well, we've got Spurs rivalry here.
Tomorrow night at 8:30. Bring it on.
Shout out to all you Spurs guys out there. It's on. All this thing, we're going to turn it up now. Bring it back, bring it all of it on, because we're coming for you. We owe you big time, and this time's going to be on. Come Sunday, licks on you. What?
Shut up, Solo.
The only thing I'm a bit scared of is because we played tonight and Tottenham had like a few days off, and they need to win to get Champions League position. It, like you said earlier, Mondo, it could be a bit scary. Mondi, sorry, I had a few drinks. Allow me.
Yeah, I can tell. You're on the chaser. You're on the chaser. I saw the beard. I saw the white spirits. Yeah, you know it.
White rum, man. White rum.
Yeah, I see you.
The Yardi rum, innit?
Oh, God. So, guys, if you're watching, please like, please share, please subscribe, and we will be back here tomorrow night at 8:30 with the Spurs preview show. Can't wait. Bring it on, Spurs boys. Bring it on.
Darius,
guys.
Sam, Shane, Mike, whoever you are out there, coming for you.
We're coming for you. We're coming for you. I think, some of them are going to come on our show tomorrow night with us, and then we're going to be on their show on Saturday as well. Bring it on. All right, guys, if you're watching, you like the contents, please like, please share, please subscribe, and have a lovely evening now. Thanks, guys. Evening.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everyone.
Good night.
Great show. See you later. Subscribe, like.